button. Okay, we are recording, so anything you say can be used and held against you here.
Thanks very much.
Okay, and can everybody see my screen? I've got the Sun Times first page solution up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so first page is a very simple but powerful solution that's built around the ads. Not really focusing on the advertiser. This focuses on the ad, and it helps bring your print ads to life over on the internet. So we believe in the ads. We try to make everything very user friendly, fast loading, and again, everything is built around the ad. So this is the first page site that we have for the Sun Times. And up on top, we've got your header up there, so it matches the look and feel of your website. Users can go back and forth from our solution to your newspaper painlessly. Then we have a search bar where the users can start typing in keywords. Hey, I'm looking for a happy hour, pizza, or anything that's related to the ads and the advertisers. Your users can also search by the city. And then we put all of your ads into categories and subcategories. And this is all done automatically by our team. Then up on top, we have the featured businesses widget. And we're going to spend a little time on this widget here towards the end of the promotion. So right now, I'm just going to skip over the featured, and then we're going to go down to these are your daily ads. And we put the ads on this page in chronological order. So the most recent ads are up on top. It's an infinite scroll page, so the users can scroll down, see the ads. When they see something they like, if they click on an ad, we build a profile page for each one of your advertisers. And on this profile page, we sync up all the contact info for your advertiser. If you look over on the left, we've got all your social share features here. So an end user can share this with Pinterest, they can print it, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, email it. They can even send, if they see an ad they like, they can even send it to themselves as a text message by clicking the phone icon down on the bottom. And then up on top, we've got a couple of more redundant features where the users can save the ad. That puts it in a repository where as long as they don't clear out their cookies every time they come back to your site, they'll have their saved ads in there. We put the ad in the body. And then over on the right-hand rail, we extract the metadata for each advertiser. We put in their address, their phone number. We've got your Google Street View, your GPS driving directions. We put a map down below that. We pin the advertiser location on the map. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, we sync up the advertiser's website. And then we go out and look for the social networks for that particular advertiser. And we'll sync up their Facebook, if they have a Twitter or a Pinterest account, we'll sync all of those up, giving your advertisers an extended reach, a reach outside of your newspaper when they can start connecting with their social medias. We put some topics down here. We give each one of your ads SEO, and a couple of the things that we SEO are the topics. There's a subtitle down here below the ad. We've got a title up here. If anybody's, hey, boy, I saw a good ad on a carpet clearance, they want to look for that ad in Google. If someone's searching for one of your ads, they're going to be up on top of Google. So we, the first organic listing, this is what we do. The second one is what we do. We also index the images. And now Google is helping us out by placing these images on a regular content search result right here, there on the first page. So, we've got some images that are up here indexing, and you really don't need the word ads. If someone's just looking for this particular brand, let's see where we're at here. There we are right there on the first page. And there's a couple of more of our images. And this is important to your advertisers. There are competitors out there that poach their competitors' keywords, their name, and their phrases. So yeah, maybe not a ton of people are gonna, if they're looking for carpets, are gonna type in Wardell's, but this helps your advertisers stay on top of these other businesses that could be poaching their name and their keyword phrases. So we do a good job with the SEO. Again, all of the ads can be searched. They're up here chronologically. We have a nice banner widget over on your website that rotates all of your advertisers. We've got the feature advertiser widget, which we're going to get into in a minute here. So you're giving your advertisers a lot of exposure. They're getting a ton of branding, and they're also getting some good brand recognition and click-throughs. This is an example of one of your advertisers, and it's their monthly report. So deal surplus for September, they got almost 82,000 unique IPs saw their ad, saw their name. And that's great exposure. You guys are doing a really good job giving these widget banners and these ads impressions. We go over the Google search rank with them. 10 of the 15 keyword phrases we've got for this particular advertiser are showing up on the first page of Google. And then the impressions, that's how many times an ad was shown. The total reach, these are unique users that saw it, but that's how many, 336,000 times that ad was seen by people on your website. And then over on the right, when you're going over these reports with your advertisers, we show them the banners. The one on top is the 350 by 250, and then we've got the 300 by 600 interactive widget. And then we show them the search details. And you can see the search results that are coming up on the first page of Google, the images that are showing up in the first page of Google. And we believe it's a good idea to reach out to your advertisers and go over these reports with them at least the first couple of months. We're a little concerned, if you just email them this link, they may never get to it. You know how busy these business owners are. Yeah, I'll look at my report tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. But if you can just either, go in their office with your tablet or your laptop, or do a webinar like we're doing, spend like 5 minutes going over these reports, you're going to be showing your advertisers what they're getting for their money. And now when they see that invoice coming from you every month, they're going to be able to associate it with 81,000 unique people saw my business in 1 month. And approximately how much do you guys upsell for these ads?
$10, I believe it. Am I right, Tim?
It's $5 for ads under $100 and $10 for anything above $100.
Yeah, there's nowhere they're gonna get this type of branding and exposure for $10 a month.
For $10, yeah.
Yeah, so very, very powerful solution.
I apologize if I'm jumping ahead or stepping on something that you're going to talk to later on, but is it possible to show us how to access these reports, how to find them, and maybe go through that if you don't already have that planned for later in the call?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a quick link. Let me go ahead and find that link for you for the newspaper, and just got to go back to my email. And then
the process, yes. The process, sorry to interrupt you, Kevin. The process is Derek, the product manager, will send you the link to you guys every month. And you will have access. We will need who's responsible for us to send the links to. And but we every month send a report So who you send a report for post media right now?
I send it to Tim, and then there's a list of people that Tim provided me last month, and we can add more people to that, but it's sent to a group each week or each month at the first of the month. And it's a list of all of the post media papers in their report.
Perfect. Okay.
So if there's some people that need this report and they're not getting it, just let Pam or Derek know. And this is what your newspaper report will look like. So this is an aggregate of all your advertisers. At the very top row, you'll see you had 122 new ads from 75 new businesses. So you had a couple of businesses that ran more than one ad. Then we get into your aggregate of your keyword rankings. We've got 166 keywords that not on the first page of Google, but the very first organic result. And then there's another 79 that are on the first page. We only record a keyword phrase if it's on the third page or better. So you got a good understanding, a quick overview of how well all the keyword phrases are performing. And then as you scroll down, it gets into each one of your advertisers. And we give you an overview of each one of your advertisers, how many ads they've run, how many impressions they got. And then the advertiser report is the link right under the advertiser name. So if you click on the link right below the advertiser name, that opens up the actual advertiser report.
And that is a link that you will share with your advertiser.
All right, so that should answer the question. The search, again, it's a nice search here. So if someone's looking for like surplus deals, you've got an advertiser whose name is Deal Surplus, so it's a broad match. It'll mix and match the keyword phrases, come up with the ads. Then the user can click on it and then go right to that advertiser profile. And Deal Surplus, this was the report we were showing you that got over the 80,000 unique impressions for the month of September.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Anyone, shoot them, fire them away.
Do these ads automatically expire, or is it up to us to manage taking them down after they expire?
After 7 days, each ad shows a little indicator on the bottom of the ad that says expired to show users that they are expired.
Scroll down.
And then after 30 days, ads are removed from the page entirely from view.
Thank you.
Another augmenting that just a tad. It is they are live 7 days in the widget on your homepage. And they're
If you go to the homepage,
30 days. Yeah. And they're live 30 days on your All Ads website. In other words, on your shopping site, they're live 30 days for viewing.
A quick question on that. Earlier you mentioned that Google is indexing these images. Am I right to believe we don't have any control over how long they keep them in Google image search?
That's a great question. And the answer is every ad has a unique identifier in the URL. In order for you to maximize your SEO for the advertiser, we don't ever eliminate the unique identifier in the URL, which means that the ad, according to Google, and so they don't penalize you ever, is always live in the great World Wide Web. When you click on it, you're going to go to the profile page that has the current ad on it, as well as the ad that may have run a year ago. But you want to make sure that it is live on the World Wide Web, but not live for your shoppers on your website. So Tim requested, and we implemented so that the most current ads are in the widget on your home page, in the little rotating carousel on your home page. On your shopping site itself, ads are live 30 days. And on the World Wide Web, somebody could find a unique identifier for that ad that possibly could have run a year ago, but when they click on it, it's going to go to your shopping site. It's going to anchor on the ad. However, below it are going to be the current ads, and this one is clearly expired.
And one regarding the question, we can remove, per your request, any ad from Google, guys, and that is a very easy process. And we don't do that automatically, but some cases that the advertiser wants us to remove the ad from Google, we can do that in a minute. It's a very, very easy process.
And just a quick follow-up question. If we, along with Tim, decided that a best practice would be to have those ads removed from Google every 30 days, just so that a potential customer couldn't come across a promotion from 2-3 years ago and create some confusion, would it be possible for that to be an automatic process, or does it always need to be a manual request?
It can be an automatic process.
Yes, it could.
Okay, great.
There might come a time, however, that somebody is got their co-op turned down, a million reasons, right? And it is kind of nice having that unique identifier out there on Google. So, but whatever you guys decide, whatever you all decide, you and Tim, is what we will make automated to happen. And it doesn't have to be 30. It could be 45. It could be 60. It could be whatever you decide.
Great, thank you.
And we may think that will jeopardize some of the SEO of your site, but we are not sure. But we have never removed that many ads from Google. So I don't know how Google will handle that, but we can automate that 100%.
Right. And so just to be clear too, the SEO that we're discussing is Postmedia's SEO, because all of these would link through to our sites, right? So we're not putting our clients' SEO in jeopardy.
Right.
No, at all.
Right.
Great.
But this helps your clients' SEO because we link into them and we are adding your page rank and authority to their site. So any links that you guys do to them is helping their SEO all the time, every time.
And that's what you guys are going to have to weigh out. What's the advantages, the disadvantages, right? Some advertisers don't want expired prices out there, but then again, if it gets their phone ringing, sorry, that price expired, but we got this special going on today. So yeah, you guys can just let us know. We can, like Pam said, we could do whatever you guys want there. But one of the biggest questions you're going to have is, okay, so yeah, you convert my ad over to a digital. How are people going to see my ad? And then you can take them right to your website, and right on the home page, you can scroll down and you can show them the interactive widget over here on the right rail. This click goes right over to the business profile page. And then we have the featured widget that's going right through the body of your home page. And these are ads that are being shown to your loyal users every single day, 365. And that seems to be the biggest question that I hear from the sales reps is when they're out in the field, yep, well, it's great, it's beautiful, but how are people going to see my ad? And you guys do a really good job promoting those widgets. Kudos. A lot of our newspapers really don't. So you're doing a good job there.
Another real strong point that is on your right now on your sales collateral, and Derek sent that to you, Tim, the sales collateral, I believe, and out west as well, is that, 80% of the people buying anything anymore, if you're like me and everybody else in the world, you kind of get on your iPhone and you look up and research what you want to buy. 80% shopping on the iPhone and researching first is really important. And so the SEO becomes more important, but what is hugely nice about your shopping sites is that they're all mobile first, meaning that we have developed all of our technology to be first beautiful and functional in mobile, and then we actually made the PC compliant. So the mobile usage is going to increase that advertiser's ability to find your ads, find your site, and find your advertisers.
And one thing that we're launching in the next 2 months, guys, is our new AMP site. So all your shopping sites are going to be converted to AMP.
Yeah, that's great technology. You know, it's state of the art. It stands for accelerated mobile pages, and it's the coding in the background. So one of the good things about, you know, partnering with Wehaa is Caesar and his team are always cutting edge. We're staying on top of things, and these AMP pages are going to load so fast, and Google loves them. It's going to boost up your Google rankings.
For those of us who aren't familiar with that,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You're probably
going
to
I was
explain
going
it.
to say we might want to explain exactly what AMP is, and it is just a technology for anybody that you know, hasn't heard of AMP. Or Tim, should we get into that? Maybe your team already knows all that.
Yeah, not right now, because okay.
Well, I think we need to stay focused mostly on the current offering.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone has questions about AMP. Jump in. It's fine. But I think the biggest thing is we just need to make sure everyone's on the same page about what we have currently.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we just do that in.
All you really need to know about AMP is it's faster loading, and Google loves it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. How you guys are monetizing your featured businesses? And I see these two ads. These two ads, the last time these ads were updated was 1.5 years ago, guys. And can you go back, Kevin, please, where you were before?
Yep, homepage.
Yeah. So one is July 2018, and this is prime real estate in your website, and prime real estate in the shopping site. And I was wondering to understand how you guys, these guys pay you money every month, this Audi and this, I don't know what they do, this education. And, but the question for you, Tim, and your team, it is, how you guys monetizing right now your featured ads, featured businesses?
Hi there, it's Maureen. I can speak to these couple of ads that you're showcasing on the Sue This Week site.
Okay.
Those two clients that are showcased there are actually clients out of Sudbury that have purchased a position on our website. They're not local clients.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
So
actually, you're reaching outside the market. Got it.
So our fellow friends in Sudbury, the sales team there, sold an Audi Sudbury featured business and one for the French Catholic Board. Supposedly, from what you're saying, it was 2018. And I would imagine that they purchased, obviously, onto the Sue This Week featured business site, but just haven't been reapproached.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
locally,
the same happened with it. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. And so the same applies for the other sites. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry, if I may, it's Aaron from the Chatham and Sarnia office. These featured business profiles, as they were originally positioned to the community markets, is not, it doesn't replace, for example, a traditional digital display campaign, be it on network or programmatic. This is meant to be, at least the way that myself and many of our sales leaders position it as, a branding tool to highlight a local company, a local brand, not as an ongoing rotating creative that would represent the same strategy as a big box campaign, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree, Mo, that positioning?
That's correct.
So we don't go in and change these things regularly because we make them generic on purpose. They're sold for a fixed duration of time, typically 6 months or 12 months, and the content on the back end of it, such as the product or business description, is written strategically with the client input, but again, serves a directory style presentation, not an advertising strategy per se.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we were, when Pam, Caesar, and I, and Derek were discussing this meeting, we came up with a couple of ideas to help you guys make more money. And one of those ideas was with the featured businesses. Caesar, do you want to go ahead and take over and show them what we have in mind?
Yes, yes.
All right. So let me give you presenter. And then while we're doing, wow, where are you? There's so many people here. Wehaa webinar. All right. Let's see if this is you, Caesar.
I think one of the thoughts was that in a local market, that there are a lot of service guys, especially.
Pam, I'm sorry.
That don't really.
Pam,
oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Caesar. Okay. Yep. I just wanted to make sure we had Caesar's screen. Go ahead, Pam. Sorry.
Okay. A lot of guys locally, especially in the service areas, which is increasingly a big business opportunity, they have a terrible time. They don't have a website, or if they have one, it's not very good. Or they literally get lost in some online yellow pages or Yelp description with incorrect information. And so we were thinking, just a thought, is maybe we can help you monetize this a little bit better in the featured business area. So what you're going to see is just a new idea that you can kick around for fall in 2020.
And we use this newspaper, and I apologize, it's not in your area, but basically it is all these featured businesses on this page. This is live. Are ads that has been updated from 2018, and what they do is only the logos, and that's it. When you go to an inside page, you only see the logo and a little text. So what we propose is the following, guys. Changing this to more interactive, to this. In this one, we will have the headline, we have the logo, the click to call on the phone number, and it will be, we will develop these ads for you guys. So we have a system in place that we can develop this type of ads in a very easy way. If you see the ads are consistent looking, each of the ads, but each of the ads are unique as well. And another feature that we want to upgrade you guys with the featured business is when a user clicks on one of these businesses, now the look and feel of the featured business is different from your normal shopping ads. It's a little bit more related to the business and not to the ad. And the same, we have the text that you guys have here for SEO. We have the open hours. We have the social media links. And but we have a component that's brand new that you can offer to your advertisers, that it is the 250 feature widget. If you see this widget animated automatically with what that business does and what the feature of that business as well. So you can place this widget on your site, run a site, and it will rotate to your feature businesses. And because you don't have that many feature businesses, it is a very, very nice way to guys to upsell to your advertisers. Another solution, wait one second, Pam, that what we will have, it is we will upgrade your featured businesses widget on your home page as well. And so it is for us, guys, I think, because it not changed that much. I think it is that you're gonna utilize the SEO and the powerful of these new widgets that we are creating for you guys and for your businesses as well.
And
Go ahead,
the
Pam.
advantages, right? The advantages there is, obviously the upgrade in the look and feel. So now you're offering these featured businesses something different that person paying $10 isn't getting. It's a lot more. Caesar just barely went over the SEO, but this solution has an advanced SEO component that is focused on the advertiser, opposed to First Page, it's focused on the ad. It's got beautiful reports. We can do direct linking, direct click-throughs on these. So if somebody sees an ad they click on it. If you decide, we can take the user right over to the advertiser's website on that click. It's an automated process. Right now you guys have to go in and build those featured ads, but we can automate it. Caesar will talk to you about that process. There's no ads required, and we're going to give you your unique sales collateral for it that shows your advertisers all the features and benefits.
Tim, you were out front on this particular item because you and I discussed the 300 by 250 and how to make that more integrated and revenue producing. You remember that? And so what we're actually doing is trying to package and augment your websites with a way to make these box ads more dynamic, integrated with the shopping experience for readers. So this is actually what you and I discussed a couple of months ago, was it? And we wanted to run this by to see if strategically you've got a solid ad shopping site. How can we help you generate money using what you suggested in the featured business area? Did that make sense?
Yeah, and it looks nice. I'm also thinking down the road to how we can extend that kind of ad unit into a run of site campaign, which I think you or Kevin just mentioned it can be done. So that's very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll definitely look forward to hearing the feedback from our team on the line, but to me it looks good.
Another item that we offer to Tim, it is for your advertisers, we can create Facebook video ads. And so we have a system that can create these videos onto social media. And that is an upsell that you guys doesn't have right now, but it's available to you guys that we would like to talk to you guys as well. And that it's available for the featured businesses that with our new system that we want to propose to you guys to use. So that's another something available for you guys to think.
I was wondering how you're...
Sorry, it's Dwayne. I was just hoping that if there's any questions about the current offering that we have, any things that kind of relate to what we're doing existingly with these ads that we'd have the opportunity to ask. So I just wanted to know if anybody on the call had any questions about the current solution.
Yes, I have a question. Here in Sault Ste. Marie, we have both a daily site and a weekly site. And given the reach of our weekly paper, a lot of our advertisers prefer to go into that product. However, the daily website has more page views. Is there any way that we can amalgamate the print ads over onto the daily site that we have on the weekly site and vice versa, so that both sites are complete?
Yes, we can combine both those sites into one site.
Yeah, we could easily combine both of those sites into one site, so all of the ads go to one place.
Well, I don't necessarily want both websites to be combined into one site. I just would like to have the print ads appear on both sites.
Yes, you can do that. In other words,
No.
one will be branded one newspaper, one will be branded the other newspaper, but all of the ads could be on both sites. That was your question, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mo,
Yeah.
we did something like that for my group here in Chatham, way back in the initial setup, where, to your point about varying page views and traffic, all of the Chatham-Kent publications feed to the same source and spread across all of the shopping components, which is exactly what you're looking for. So,
yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, for whoever's doing the setup, perhaps they could look at the Chatham-Kent newspaper groups to see how it's structured.
That'd be great.
What do you guys hear from your sales reps about the shopping component on your site? Do they have any questions, concerns, feedback?
One thing I'd be interested in is from time to time we get some pushback from the clients and they don't understand the value. So when we're approaching a net new client and trying to help justify the value that exists within our current offering, or we're trying to reinforce the value with an existing client, I was wondering if you could help share some sales lyrics with us. So like, what does your best 15 or 30-second elevator pitch sound like for the existing solution that we have in place?
You know, it's basically making that print ad come to life. And we've got a new collateral that we'll circulate out to you where we actually just kind of rearrange some of the features and the benefits for your advertisers. And we've got those all on a really nice collateral. So it's the making the print ad come to life on the internet. It's your users. And that's something you guys have that, you know, a lot of these media agencies don't have. Your loyal users. So it's important your sales reps know the demographics, know the amount of page views, your unique visitors, and you combine your brand equity with this technology and come up with, you know, 3 or 4 good words, good keywords that can describe what you're going to be offering for them.
You know, additionally, your sales reps, all of the sales reps, are always talking about reach and frequency. So when they go out and talk to an advertiser, they say, you know, our reach to customers is 2.5 times your circulation, and it's or 2.1 or whatever it is, and so you're reaching this many prospects
every day,
and your frequency every day, and your frequency, if they buy once a week, is once a week. So what the online or digital component does is it extends that reach and frequency. So to Kevin's point, now you take that circulation, that reach, and you take that frequency once a week, and you turn the frequency in 7 days, and you turn those impressions into additional reach. It is just that simple. In other words, they are extending their reach and frequency, probably doubling it, tripling it, quadrupling it on the reach, and they're increasing the frequency by 7. In other words, it makes your newspaper and their once a week ad or their 3 times a week ad, it takes that and makes that more valuable. The value that you're charging right now for $5 or $10, I know I mentioned this to, we mentioned this to Tim too, is way undervalued. In the States right now, most of our customers are selling that anywhere from $15 to $50. So if we can help in all kinds of ways, for you to, to actually identify that value, which it is value and reach and frequency, and mobile. Keep mobile in mind, but reach and frequency is the key. Then you can actually turn your shopping ads, your current solution, into a ton more money next year, which is the point.
Right. Yeah, I really like the making the print ad come to life positioning, as well as extending the reach and frequency. While we're on the topic, some other little lyrics we've used are we are creating additional opportunities for conversion by making the different components clickable. So visits to your website, phone calls, etc. We make the print ad more accessible to a larger audience, which is exactly what you're saying when you talk about reach and frequency. We talk about how we're helping our print advertisers to get some more mileage out of their print ad investment. So they've already spent, let's say, $100, $200, $1,000 to get that print ad in the paper. Wouldn't it be great for an additional $10 or whatever we end up charging in the future to display it to a much larger audience after you've already made that investment? And again, just to reiterate the extending reach and frequency, we're giving it the print ad additional shelf life. So in addition to that one time someone might have seen it in the paper, like you said, if it's just a weekly advertiser who advertised once a week, now they have the opportunity to see it for up to 7 days on the website, or even better, they might see it in the print publication and then later that day or later that week also see it online. So that's great.
Yeah. I'm sold. That was nice.
That was very nice.
Yeah.
And you guys, I have a question. Are you guys forcing the sale, or are you doing this a for sale, or are you guys asking your clients if you want to be part of this? Tim?
It's currently automatically added to every order in our booking system.
Okay.
But that said, there are a lot of variations to how evenly that's applied. Mike and the other people on the call would have more insight into how we're actually positioning it directly with customers.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in our billing system, it is a forced buy. Tim, can you remind me, are there any categories that we've excluded, like real estate and classified?
Offhand, I don't know, but generally the new booking system automatically adds it to, I think, any run of press ad, but I'm not sure about that specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not really sure about that either, because some of the papers, not all of the papers, but some of the community papers are very low volume, and the way I originally understood it set up is that maybe legal ads were opted out, but I'd have to check that. Maybe Caesar knows offhand, but I'd have to check that. But it was a forced sale, but it was easy to opt out of. Is that the way you guys understand it at the local level?
Yeah.
So if I could, not to put you on the spot, but Aaron, from your knowledge of it, is it easy to opt out?
I think
I can
that
speak
in
to it.
some instances we have done that. But, from my perspective, learning all of what we've learned here, we certainly have more tools to position why we shouldn't be doing that than we've had before, and more information to really communicate the scope of value that this offers. My perspective on this is a client would be foolish not to participate in this.
Right.
To be blunt.
Okay. And Mo, you had?
Yeah, we only have a couple. Like before it was more, but currently we only have a couple of clients that refuse to see any kind of digital reference on their statements. In those cases, we have no choice but to adhere to their wishes. But in our area, this is part of our print buy, and then it's broken out, as you know, on the bill.
Mike, I also think that unlike the old Mobi charge, that this is structured differently. If I'm not mistaken, this does not show up separately on a client's invoice like the Mobi charges did. That certainly would need to be clarified, but if that's the case, then if it's okay, I spent $100 on my ad, and a component of that is the $10 going towards this solution, but it shows up as $100 for your print ad, then that eliminates that. Where'd this $10 charge come from?
It's broken out on the statement. It's broken out on the statements.
It is, eh? Okay.
Yeah, I just actually received one yesterday where a client was questioning one of the MSCs what the $30 charge was for their multiple insertion. It was the print to web charge, and it's broken out on the bill. Regardless of whether you sell it where it's an add-on or include it, it's going to be broken out depending on your order entry people.
But that's also a scenario where we need a mechanism to take it out, because if I'm running an ad in my 3 local papers for the same sale a client's having as cross-selling, for example, and all the ads are landing in a central pool, we shouldn't be charging the client 3 times.
Right.
Maybe a better conversation for offline, but
yeah, we can take that offline. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of the communities operate in little bit different ways. I think some are the same, but there's some differences.
Great. So back to Dwayne's initial question, are there any functionality questions we have, or while we've got the team from Wehaa on the line, anything we want to take a deeper dive into?
I have a question about setting up these profiles. If someone places a print ad, it's my understanding that the profile is automatically set up at your end. You had mentioned also that you have a system in place where the widget or the icon or the logo or what have you, the clickable link can be designed by you, but in the past we've always gone through our internal design process in order to get that done. Mm-hmm. If someone doesn't run a print ad, but they see this on the website and they want to be a part of it under featured businesses, to my knowledge, we have a tutorial from a couple of years ago or last year that explains how you can create that profile. Is that still the process?
Yes, sir. That's what we were recommending, that we make that a little bit more dynamic. But the answer to your question exactly is yes, sir. You have a dashboard where you can add a featured business. Right now, that's a manual process, and we wanted to help you monetize a little bit better and get that more into Weha's court to make it automated for you. But right this minute, you can manually add a featured business, correct?
And our vision for what we're recommending is that we would provide you with a form that you would fill out with the business's information and then submit it to us, and we do the rest. We would create the ad, add the logo, the phone number, all the information, and all that would be automated. All you'd have to do is fill out the form.
Okay. Great. So current state, though, everyone, just for everyone on the phone with InPost Media, so no changes to our current processes until further notice. We're going to be digesting a lot of this information, and Tim and some others and I are going to have some conversations about what the next steps are. Mm-hmm. But it's great to know that there's additional functionality available to us, and it sounds like you've already got some processes in place for creative. So if we do choose to utilize that, that's good to know.
Yes.
Let me cover one other thing while you guys are on the phone that I think is kind of folksy and important. When Derek's team in production receives a new ad, the ad itself may or may not have all the social media into it. It may or may not have Facebook in it, a link to Facebook. It may or may not. What Derek's team does the next day is they put the ad up immediately within that 6 or 8 hour period. And then they go back to that advertiser and they actually look up on the web that website and that advertiser and they try to figure out what it is, where their social media is, and we automatically connect those. So the Facebook link does not need to be in an ad for us to connect social media. So what you are doing for your advertisers is our process enables you to make that advertiser profile page that you're creating for them, make that advertiser profile page more complete, not only by adding functionality of Google Maps, not only add the functionality of text me this link or share this link, but we're actually looking at the advertiser and we're creating the topics area and we're connecting their social media manually. So if somebody ever says, well, my Facebook link isn't there, then we want it to be there. So literally we want it to be there and write the Derek team note and say, hey, we have a new Facebook page and here's the link. And we'll go back and make that whole advertiser profile more complete.
And Tim, you have my contact information, and you can feel free to share that with anybody on your team, and they can email me anytime to correct anything on the site or add anything that needs to be added.
That's great. Thank you. Tim, so we've got 3 minutes left. Was there anything that you wanted to cover off while you've got the team on the phone?
Well, I think we've covered the basics. I just really wanted to make sure that everyone felt satisfied they knew what the offering was and the benefits of it, and just give a chance for everyone to ask their own questions.
Great. Are there any outstanding questions, guys?
Yeah, just I guess one tied to the reporting, and maybe not meant for customers, but just internally, so we can assess the engagement of the widgets. Within the high-level reporting that can be provided to us, so for example, if I'm looking at my Chatham group or just the Chatham Daily News, how many actual clicks in a given month did the widget get? It's nice to see that it had, X number of impressions, but how many people are actually clicking through to look at the various ads? Is that part of the reporting?
Right now is not, but we can add the clicks onto the report. So we can start showing us the clicks on your reports moving forward, guys.
Okay, perfect.
And that's something that we can keep on your level as well as the advertiser. We recommend keeping it at your level first. If you do have an advertiser that doesn't get any clicks and he sees that on his reports, he's going to go to the elephant in the room.
Yeah, exactly. But just as a high level, so that, we can continue to see that, is it trending that we're getting more clicks, or clicks going up, or, anything like that we can use as insights to ongoing evolutions of the solution.
Yeah, and we can continue to position this alongside some of our other display advertising and just focus on the main KPI is serving the ideal number of impressions, and any clicks that you get are just a bonus, because it's not really a conversion play in a lot of ways. It's, if anything, it would fall on awareness and engagement.
Awareness, yes, that's the word, yes.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
That's great. Good question, Aaron.
Yeah, we love that feedback. Good stuff.
Thank you so much for you guys' time. And I think we is a very open company. Like any feedback you guys have, we will respond super quick, guys.
And if your sales team needs a session like this, just let Pam know, and we'll schedule a webinar and be more than happy to go through this with your sales reps.
Many times, you guys.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. How many?
Yeah. Sounds like a laser gun.